Hey everybody, Joe Vanourney, Cherry the Geek TV. We are here at San Diego Comic-Con 2023 talking horror comics with Zombie Love Studios authors Rodney Barnes, Jason Shawn Alexander. Welcome to Cherry the Geek TV, guys. How's your Comic-Con 2023 going so far?
So far, so good. It's great.
I'm interested in your company, man. You guys are like some of the leaders here in horror comics. Talk to me about the origins of why you decided to start this company and delve into horror comics.
I think for me, I wanted to be able to just come up with an idea and do it and not have to ask someone for permission. Do it in a really specific way, work with people wanted to work with, and just self-expression. You know, when you work a lot for other publishers, there are other hands that are involved, and the freedom of being able to do it the way that you want it is a great thing.
That. Okay. Killadelphia is one of your books that's very popular. Talk to me about the origins of Killadelphia. What's the story behind that?
Go first.
Well, you're the writer. You should.
Oh, Jesus. So, Jason and I started hanging out years ago, and we would pitch each other ideas. He'd hate my ideas, I hate his ideas. And one night we went to dinner, and he had been drinking, and I pitched him Killadelphia, and he said, "Oh, I like that." And I didn't know if he really liked it or if it was the alcohol. And the next morning, he called and he said, "That thing you pitched me with the vampires and the presidents, have you written anything down with that?" And I said, "Not yet." He said, "I think that could work. I think that's something we could do." And that became the beginning of putting it all together. And, you know, the book is about a vampire apocalyptic scenario on the streets of Philadelphia with people who typically have fallen between the cracks. And I think we have great synergy doing that type of thing.
Talk about your working relationship.
Nothing but confidence. I saw the pause. So go ahead. You know.
As different as we are, and as much as we dislike one another.
Wow.
We creatively, I don't think I found a match this strong in my 20 years of comics. Like when he writes scripts, I want to convey those images. And we can disagree on pretty much anything in life, but when we come together to make comics, like everything just flows and it goes together.
We have the same birthday. We have the same birthday. I don't know what that is. You know, we're going to find out on the other side why that happened. You know, maybe in another life you abused me then and decided to abuse me now, but continue. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Killadelphia is not the only vampire book you guys have done. There's also Blacula, Return of the King. Now, I just recently watched Blacula during the pandemic. I was catching up on a bunch of movies. I saw it for the first time, during the COVID year there, and it is shockingly pretty good.
Yeah.
It holds up. It's well. What about that film did you like, and what led you to say, "Hey, we should do a book based continuing the story"?
I saw it as a kid, and I loved it because I hadn't really seen people of color at the center of a narrative, and a horror narrative before. And as I got older, I saw some of the problematic elements within the budget and what blaxploitation was and all of that. And just secretly hoped that one day, if I ever became a writer, I would be able to update the story in such a way that I could fill in those holes while still maintaining the part of the movie that I love. And truly was a huge fan of William Marshall, late great William Marshall, who played Prince Mamuwalde, a.k.a. Blacula, and really just wanted to do it as an homage to him, the nature of the genre and the time that it was set in, and just bring it into a modern era.
And what's it been like illustrating Blacula?
It's been a crazy balance because we want it to be contemporary, but the way the story was is that we weren't going to update him or whatever. We needed it to really be a sequel to the film. And so keeping a very classic, very royal Mamuwalde throughout this story was one of the things I was very conscious about the whole way through. And honestly, like when you see that movie and see just how much of a prick Dracula is, it's so good to like be able to like do a story where it's Blacula versus Dracula, and you finally get to see some comeuppance.
And Rodney, well, let's also talk about Monarch. How's that going? What can fans expect with that story going forward?
Really great reception. I think really proud of how it turned out. Alex Linz does a really great job with the art. Issue 6 should be on the stands sometime by the end of the month, early August. And it's been a great run, miniseries, a lot of fun.
In the meantime, I encourage everybody, if you like horror comics, check out Killadelphia, check out the Blacula Return of the King. These are some amazing things these guys are doing at Zombie Love Studios. Rodney and Jason, thank you so much for chatting with me on Cherry the Geek TV.
Really appreciate it.